Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into Jon Gordon's really powerful parable, The Seed. We're going to break down its story into a practical guide for finding real meaning in your work and in your life. And it all starts with a feeling I think we can all relate to.
You know that feeling, right? Where on paper everything looks great, you're successful, you've got it all together, but inside you just feel kind of lost. Well, that's exactly where we meet the main character of our story, a guy named Josh. He's got a great job, a bright future, but he just knows something really important is missing.
So for Josh, this feeling of being lost at work comes to a head with this pretty dramatic ultimatum. His passion is just gone, and his boss has definitely noticed. So he's given 2 weeks off with pay to figure out if he even wants his job anymore.
And this isn't just about his spreadsheets or his reports. It's about his whole vibe, his energy. This ultimatum sends Josh on a journey, but it's not really about finding a new job. It's about finding an answer to a much, much bigger question about his own purpose.
So Josh is kind of wandering around trying to clear his head, and he finds himself lost in a corn maze. And that's where he meets this mysterious farmer who gives him a single seed and a pretty strange mission that is about to change his entire life. And this one line, it's really the heart of the whole story. The quest isn't about finding something new out there. It's about discovering the right conditions for your own growth to happen. It's an internal journey that's disguised as an external one.
The farmer explains that this is what Josh is truly missing: purpose. So how in the world does he figure out where to plant this metaphorical seed? Well, his journey leads him to two really crucial clues that are going to completely reframe his search. So as Josh goes on this quest, he runs into a couple of people totally by chance, and they end up giving him the two big clues he needs to solve this puzzle.
In this totally spontaneous moment, Josh decides to go up in this little propeller plane. And as they're flying over the very same maze where he got lost, the pilot shows him how, from a higher perspective, the path becomes totally clear. Her advice is simple. If you want to move forward, you have to look back first.
And Josh actually does this. He goes back to these old places where he felt truly alive, and he starts to rediscover his core passions, things like learning and growing and serving other people. But, and this is a big but, he quickly learns this is only part of the answer.
Okay, so next, Josh gets this super exciting new job offer, and he thinks, this is it. This must be the answer. But then, his flight to the big interview gets canceled. And right there, in that moment of frustration, he meets a guy named George who offers him that second profound piece of wisdom.
And this right here, this is the other crucial piece of the puzzle. George explains that happiness isn't the thing to chase, it's just a byproduct. The real goal, the thing that should guide you, is growth, the place that will challenge you to become more. So, with these two ideas in his head, look to your past for clues and always choose growth over happiness. It's like a light bulb just goes off for Josh. He's about to have the big revelation about what it means to plant the seed. He has this realization. He can't plant his seed in the past. That's gone. And he can't plant it in some imaginary future that doesn't exist yet. The only soil he has, the only place he can actually do anything, is right here, right now, in his present situation. And then comes the biggest reveal of the whole story. Purpose isn't something you go out and find. It's something you cultivate right where you are by making a conscious decision to plant yourself and to commit to your own growth. Okay, so once you make that decision to plant yourself and grow, what happens next? Well, the story lays out this really cool 4-stage framework for how purpose actually unfolds in our lives. First up is preparation. Basically, your entire life, all your experiences, they've been preparing you for this moment. Then there's planting, which is the choice, that conscious commitment to grow right where you are. After that, you've got the active journey of growth, and finally, the harvest. Now, the book is super clear about this. The growth stage is not a walk in the park. You're going to face challenges, naysayers, your own self-doubt asking, who am I to do this? But here's the key. These things aren't a sign you're on the wrong path. They're actually proof that you're growing. So that brings us to the final stage, the harvest. And this is where the story does something really brilliant. After explaining the first 3 stages in detail, the farmer, he never actually tells Josh what the harvest is.
Why? Because, as he says, it's so much more powerful when you discover it for yourself. See, the fulfillment of your purpose isn't some definition that can just be handed to you. It is the reward you earn through your own journey. It's an answer that is meant to be lived, not just told.
So the big idea to walk away with is this. Your search for purpose doesn't have to start with a new job or a new city. It can start right here, right now, with a simple decision to grow wherever you're planted. So the real question isn't what your purpose is. It's where are you going to plant yourself to find out?